Amen. Good morning. Seek the Lord early, He is our strength. And I'm going to try this polo again. It's the third time I've tried it. First time the dog was raising Cain. Second time my wife called right in the middle of talking. Amen. Amen. My dog's been acting weird for the last couple weeks. Can't sleep at night. It's like he's on edge. I think the whole world's on edge right now, but my dog is really on edge. Keeps us up and everything, whining and pacing the floors. He's not sick or anything. It's just like animals sense things. Amen. I've been hearing a lot lately of government officials and sheriffs and stuff, testimonies of them telling their people to prepare for famine, lack of food. Amen. You know, in 2016, the Lord told me this. And I've been telling my family that all this craziness was going to take place, and that the Lord told me to stock up enough food to get us through it. And that was 2016, and my family believed me not. Amen. They thought I was crazy, nuts, but here it is, 2020, and this world is in total chaos and craziness. You know, we never stocked up. We only got about a month's worth of food. But the Lord told me that there'd be a famine and a shortage of food, so should we stock up a little, enough to get us through? Who knows how long it would last? I think so, but the Lord would provide too. Just like He did in the wilderness when Moses led the people out of Egypt. For 40 years He kept them in the wilderness going around in circles because of their disobedience and wanting to go back to the old life. But He still rained down quail, I believe it was, doves, to feed them, and gave them manna from heaven also. But should we not prepare like He told Joseph to prepare for the famine that came to Egypt? And hope nearly it doesn't last as nearly as long, 7 years, with them, I believe it was. But the Lord did tell me, 2016, is to tell my family, my wife, that we need to start stocking up. But she thought I was nuts. My whole family thought I was nuts when I told them all this craziness was going to come, because the Lord told me. He's been with me ever since, too, since that visitation. He hasn't left me. Amen. Prepare. Have a little bit of food stocked up. I really don't want to have to count on the government for anything. And we all know the stories. So, amen. Just a thought, how much should we have stocked up? Well, on this Marfugal News, this guy gets information from military people, from sheriffs, and he was telling the story of this gentleman that volunteers for a sheriff department, I think in Seattle. Been doing it for 20 years, over 20 years. He's 60-something years old. But the sheriff asked the gentleman that was volunteering all this time, have you prepared and stocked up on a little food? And the gentleman spoke up, said, yes, we got about a month's worth of food. And he was expecting the sheriff to say that's good, but no, the sheriff looked at him seriously and he says you need to have 12 times that amount. And he's been hearing this guy on Marfugal News from military, government officials and everything. So what's going on, Are they planning on something, or is something about ready to take place that's out of everybody's control? That's my question. And I do know the Lord told me the same thing. But He don't tell you the whole reasons. He just expects you to follow and listen. Are you ready to listen to me now? Are you ready to do what I say? That's what He asked me before He filled me. Amen. Because He told me they were coming after your family. And it's not just my family, it's the whole family. Humanity, God's people. Amen. So should we prepare? I think we ought to have a little preparation, otherwise the Lord wouldn't have told me to. My family's finally realizing I'm not nuts when I told them all this stuff was going to happen, because they see it now. It's here, it started, it's right before their faces. You know? But there's my wife especially still having a problem with spending the money for extra food, because everybody's in a situation where you can't really buy a lot. But she's going to start buying a little bit of stuff. I told her each time she goes to the store, buy a couple packs of ramen noodles and a couple packs of rice and a couple packs of beans and maybe a case of water each time. Just that little bit, and it's cheap stuff. Could make the difference, Amen. This ain't fear mongering what I'm trying to push. It was just something the Lord shared with me back in 2016 before all this stuff started getting bad. It was in November of 2016 when he came. Amen. So, what do you think? Has anybody else been hearing all this and sensing anything that just seems like it's all leading up to this big thing? Amen. Don't worry about it. Don't be scared. The Lord will get us through. Just trust the Lord. But we do have to listen to Him. If He tells you to buy a little bit of stuff, buy a little bit of stuff. Food, water. That's the main thing. Silver and gold ain't going to be worth anything during times like this. Amen. Just saying. Amen. But has anybody else been sensing it, feeling it, hearing from the Lord? That's my question. Amen. But God bless everyone. Good morning. It's my son's birthday today, Joel, and he's my middle son, and tomorrow is my oldest son, my firstborn's birthday tomorrow. So yeah, they got a birthday one day apart from each other. Amen. Well, I love everyone.